Welcome everyone to today's video, and in this video we're going to be looking at the weather for the next couple of weeks. So without further ado, let's get into this. So currently we've got westerly winds through most of the country, with Scotland, Northern England getting some northerly winds, and so it is being a bit cooler at that part of the country at the moment. But except from that, we are mostly mild. So now let's have a look at the latest GFS charts. So the current situation is northerly winds into the north, mostly mild for a lot of the country, with the westerly winds coming in. So it's mostly mild, wet, windy and unsettled at the moment. But as we continue, we can see that we keep bringing in mostly milder conditions over the next couple of days. But as we go towards the new year, we do get a little bit of a cold spell here, as you can see from the north, wrapping around this low pressure just here. So that will probably go quite a bit colder around the 29th of December. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. So we'll have to look at the upper air temperatures for that. We look like that. So we take that wind around, and we do start introducing -5 ice firm just there. So it's not that cold, but it is just going a little bit cooler by that time. After this, we continue the wet, mild, windy weather, just the same old thing really. But then we actually start building high pressure to the north around Scandinavia just here, as you can see. So this is quite interesting. Just here, and you can see that we are bringing cold air down from Scandinavia. So that is quite an interesting position just there. So we'll have a look at how that advances, and we keep that blocking, and we end up bringing the wind around into a northeasterly. So that is actually getting quite interesting by the end of the run. But once again, that's probably not going to verify, but a lot of the models have been trending cooler and not colder by the end of the run. So that's quite interesting. So let's show you the diagram for that. So we are looking like this. So currently we're very up and down really with the temperature. We're going from above average, then we go down to around average, back above, around, below, that little cold spell there, back quite mild there. Then we got that cooler or not quite cold trend into the new year just there nearing the end of the run. But it's going to be mostly wet all the way through, so no change from over the last couple of weeks. Very wet, windy and unsettled with that, so that's not really changed. So let's show you the ECMWF charts now. So we are looking like this. So we have got high pressure actually trying to build a little bit to the West Greenland, high pressure to the North Scandinavia, but mostly for week 1 from the 25th to 1st January, we're quite wet, windy and settled, except for the far north of Scotland. So not much change there. I'll show you the precipitation anomalies for that chart right now. And we are looking like this. So once again, mostly wetter than average. A bit drier in the Atlantic actually, but except from far northwest, northern Scotland, we are mostly above average precipitations. A bit drier in Scandinavia to Greenland, where that may be a bit of blocking is appearing, but except that a lot of the place is all wet, so no change there. Now let's show you the temperature anomalies based on that. And they look like this. So there is a sort of a battleground drawn, with milder in the south and a bit colder towards Scotland and Northern England. So that is quite interesting. Maybe Northern Ireland a little bit cold as well, but with a lot of cold around Greenland and Scandinavia, it is maybe going a little bit cooler towards the end of next week, I would say. So that is quite interesting right there. Now we're going to show you the stratospheric data for ECMWF, so we're going to show you that right now. So the latest stratospheric data is looking like this. So we've got a bit of a warming to the west of Greenland, Canada. Then we've got this quite large warming. What is the main focus? What is taking place just now, and it's going to probably strengthen over the next couple of days. So I'll show you week 2 based on that chart. Week 2 is going to look like this, and that is a very large warming right here. As you can see, that is getting quite extreme just here. And this warming could possibly be a major SSW, and it is going to start pushing into the pole. As you can see, from originating over here, it's completely removed the polar vortex all the way over here into the Atlantic, and pushed this warming into the pole, and that'll probably be at SSW temperatures, as you can see. So that's very, very interesting with that chart right there. So we will actually quickly show you the Meteocell stratospheric data real quick within the GFS. Let's show you that very quickly. So we start off looking like this with this warming starting to take place just over here, while we've got the polar vortex being actually quite stretched at the moment. So that is quite interesting how it is getting stretched a little bit. So as we run through, that warming gains face and starts trying to push into the pole, and by the end the temperatures are getting quite extreme, and it's trying to start pushing into the North Pole. So this is where we could see the SSW, and it is getting to SSW temperatures. It just needs to push a little bit further this way, and it would be classed as an SSW, I would think. So as we continue, that warming does strengthen, and into the extended range now, that warming actually starts pushing into the pole. So that would definitely be classed as an SSW right there. But we're not going to go into that much detail, as it is in the extended range now, and it is getting quite out of range of really, if we know it's going to happen. It's quite uncertain if it will, but we are looking at this huge warming just here, and it's stretching the polar vortex, and we are looking if we get a split of the polar vortex. So for that, we'll look for one part of this huge blue here to go up here, and one to go around here or in another place, as long as there's 2 areas of deep blue. So that is actually starting to happen just here, as you can see, splitting them up. But somehow the polar vortex just holds on, but is really displaced at this point and really weak. Any other warming would just split it straight in half at this point, but we're not at that sort of point where we're probably going to get another warming. We don't think that would happen at the moment, but it is quite interesting, and we're so close to a split there. But if you are interested in the stratosphere, we will be doing more videos. We'll probably do, the next video is probably going to be about stratosphere, and we'll do the GFS ensembles 1 to 30 for that. So that is quite interesting. So that is probably going to be it for this video. So thank you everyone for watching, and we're going to see you in the next one. Goodbye.